right, so how are people feeling today?
Feeling good.
Good? Any aches or sorenesses I should be aware of before we get started?
No, I just wish my mom was here so she can let me in the she shed.
Oh, that's she shed. You're never going to.
That's my new workout spot. That's my new workout spot because I have no space in my room anymore.
All right. Well, let's get started then. I'm gonna put you guys on mute here. So today's workout is gonna be leg heavy for our standing athletes, and then for our seated athletes, we're gonna be doing a lot of push-up variations. For our seated athletes, if you feel comfortable working out on the ground, this workout can be done completely on the ground outside of your chair. So if you have the ability to do so, I encourage you to do that. But if not, I have variations of these exercises so that you can do the whole workout in a chair. All right, so we're gonna go through our warm-up routine. We're gonna do some practice rounds of all the exercises, and then we're gonna get to it. Today's workout is gonna be comprised of sumo squats. We're gonna substitute wide push-ups for our seated athletes. We're gonna be doing some rotation planks. It's gonna be good for your core and your rotator cuff. We're gonna be working on some narrow squats. We're gonna substitute diamond or narrow push-ups for our seated athletes, work those triceps quite a bit more. We're gonna be doing some front planks, more core. And then we're gonna finish with bridges, which is a core and glute exercise, and then elbow ups for our seated athletes to work on engaging the muscles of your upper back as well as your core. All right, any questions before we get into it? No? All right, let's get to it. Let's get in position to warm up. If you're gonna be working out primarily in seated, start in seated. If you're gonna be working out primarily in standing, start in standing. And let's get to it. So let's start by gently moving your head left and right. Try to touch your ear to your shoulder. Let your hands be relaxed by your side or in your lap. And easeful stretch in the sides of your neck. Good. And then let's start to rotate your head left and right. Gently gain a nice stretch. The end ranges, light pulls. Breathing, nice smooth inhales and exhales. Looking up and then down. Working on stretching out the front and then the back of your neck. Easeful breathing. Good, and then next we're going to do some shoulder shrugs. Bring your shoulders up the front of your body towards your ears. And then roll your shoulders to the back of your rib cage and slide them down your ribs. Then work back to the front and continue with this circular movement. See how far you can get your shoulder blades to move in each direction. As far forward, as high up, as far back, and as far down as you can go. Work on easeful motion, easeful breathing. There you go. And then reverse your shoulder roll. So now we're going to come up the back of your rib cage towards your ears, rolling the shoulders to the front, and then sliding your shoulders down the front of your body. Continuing that circular motion. Yeah, just a few more here. All right. Let yourself shake out a little bit. Easy twist, shaking your head out. working your arms. If you're standing, maybe working through your hips. Wiggle, move. All right, and then next, after you wiggle things out a little bit, let's start to do some leg swings for our standing athletes. Just like so. So you're standing on one leg and swinging the other leg back and forth, front and back. If you need a little balance support, have your hand on an elevated surface that's solid. A table, straight chair will work. For our seated athletes, we're going to be doing some arm circles. Reaching up overhead, stretching as far as you can, reaching, raising up overhead to the front, and then bring the arms back down to your sides. Good. For our standing athletes, doing the leg swings, switch sides. Swing the leg forward and back. Keep your chest up. Try to avoid hunching over as you're doing this. Keep the chest up. We're working on opening up your hips. Be aware of your surroundings. Make sure you don't kick anything unless you intend to. Good. And then for our seated athletes, we were raising your arms up to the front. Now let's reverse those arm circles. Bring the arms down from the top to the front, and bringing the arms up to the side, reaching out as far as you can to those fingertips. Arching forward as you bring the hands down. Standing athletes, switch over to some side leg swings. Bring the leg out to the side and across, so inside and outside. Swing the legs to the front. Using something for balance support when one arm if you need. We're going to opening up that groin and the outside of your hip. Good. And then switch sides. Aware of your surroundings. Don't kick anything. If you're doing this freestanding without holding on to anything, you're swaying your arms side to side, opposite of your swing leg. There we go. All right. Next, everyone's going to be in a little crouch, arms tucked inside. Then we're going to reach out to the side as far as you can. Crouch down, reach out to the other side. Arms go overhead, splaying your fingers wide. As you come back into that crouch, do a little squat, then come out to the side. Seated athletes, you're simply punching forward a little bit, and then opening up, extending those arms, hands overhead. Working on stretching the top ribs. There we go. Keep moving. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. All right. Next, let's do some jumping jacks. If you're in standing, your arms are coming up the side overhead. Your feet are hopping apart and then together. If the hopping part doesn't feel good to you, you can simply move your arms up and down. Bring your hands down quickly to your side from the overhead position. Seated athletes doing much the same here. We'll reach your arms overhead and then quickly back down. Keep it going. Keep breathing. Good. Transition to split jacks. So in standing, if you're doing the hops, your feet are alternating front and back in a split stance as you hop. There you go. Arms are coming across in a horizontal plane. Alternating your top arm. Giving yourself a hug and then spreading your chest out wide. If the hopping doesn't feel good, you simply stand in place and you're doing back slappers. Opening up those arms wide. Good. Same thing for seated athletes, alternating the top arm as you come across. Good. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last thing, we're going to jog in place. Keep your elbows bent at 90 degrees. Seated athletes, you're just doing the arm motion. Standing athletes, you're jogging in place. Keep going. Keep that bend at 90 in your elbow. All right, next we're going to go up to a little run. pick up the pace a little bit faster. That's it. And then next we're gonna go back to a jog, nice and easy. We're kind of opening up the shoulders, reaching as far back as you can. If you can get your hand to your hip as it comes backwards, that's a good sign. And the other hand, the top arm, comes up to your face. All right, now let's go into a sprint. So you're gonna move as fast as you can. Get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Move as fast as you can, keep your feet, moving your arms, pumping them, keep it going, keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then jog. All right, and we're gonna do 2 more sprints. Little quick bursts of movement. We're gonna start again in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. As fast as you can, moving your feet, pumping your arms as fast as possible. Then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and jog. All right, last sprint. And we'll get into it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Pump your arms as fast as you can. Fast, 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 fast. Go, 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 go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. All right. So your heart rate should be nice and elevated. Good. All right. So next we're going to go into the practice round. All right. Let's get into it. First exercise on the practice that we're going to go over is that sumo squat. So for our standing athletes, if you're going to be using a weight, grab your weights. You're going to hold it in the front. Here I have a backpack full of books. And for the sumo squat, the key distinction here is that's a wide base. So you're taking a straddle stance, and from here you squat down low, and then come back up. Squat down low, and then come back up. From the side, you want to make sure that your back stays straight the entire time. On this one, it's okay for your toes to point outwards quite a bit to get yourself into that deep stance, that wide stance. If you need a little bit of balance support, you can hold onto a stable surface, taking that wide stance, squatting down, and then come back up. You can also put a chair behind you for some safety or to check your depth. And then you can also put your hands back on the table for optimum support and security here with the sumo squat. For our seated athletes, we're going to be doing a wide base push-up. So if you're on the floor already, we're going to be taking a wide base here. Normally I've had you guys keep your hands close in, but we're going to keep the hands out wider. So if you're going to stack your palm right underneath your elbow when you have your elbows out. From here, it's really important that you corkscrew your elbows inwards towards your midline as you press up. That corkscrewing is like this motion. So if you're watching me from the bottom up, I'm rotating my hands outward, my elbows come inwards, is the kind of motion that you're trying to do as you press. From the side view, if you need some support underneath you, you can put a backpack or a bolster underneath you to be that support. Wide stance, and then press up. Just like so. The higher up the bolster goes, the easier this will be. The lower the bolster goes, the harder this will be. For those of us who are going to be working out completely in the chair, you roll up to your stable surface. Find the distance away from the table that fits you best. Take up that wide stance, lower down, and then press up. There you go. So working on pressing from different hand positions. All right. Any questions on the sumo squat or the wide push-up? We good to go? All right, let's keep going. Next is going to be the rotation plank. All right, on the rotation plank, for those of us who can get down to the ground, we're going to start in a front plank position. And from here, rotate onto one arm, reaching the other arm towards the ceiling. Rotate back down. Under control is key. And then alternating sides. Make sure that you avoid just flopping side to side. I want you to do this completely under control. So if the full plank variation isn't really working for you, you can start by dropping to the knees and rotate from there. Make sure that you're always engaged with that stance arm on the ground. Don't let it be floppy. Avoid hanging off of your ligaments and make your muscles do the work to support you. All right? And similar to the push-up variations before, if you need some support underneath you, you can put that bolster or backpack underneath you to help you accomplish the movement more cleanly. Again, the higher up the bolster goes on your torso, the easier this will be. The lower down it goes, the harder it'll be. All right? And then for our standing athletes who maybe have a hard time getting to the ground, we can work this against a wall or a table.
I'll be right back. Sorry, I'll be right back. My mom just got here.
Rotate.
I said I'll be right back. My mom literally just got here. She's blowing for me to come out.
All right. So rotate from one side to the other, again under control. And that's how you can work the rotation plank from our seated position. Again, you reach out, find that distance that feels good to you, where you're just at the edge of your base of support and control, and then work on rotating up on that stance arm, back and forth. All right, so that's the rotation plank. Any questions on the rotation plank? Good? All right, let's keep moving on. Next one is going to be the narrow squat or diamond push-ups for our seated athletes. So for the narrow squat, we're taking a narrow base of support. So if you can put your feet and knees together, do that. It's going to be really hard. Work on squatting down, keep them together, and then squat back up. Just like that. If you can't quite get to this position, just go as narrow as you feel comfortable and squat from there. With or without weights. And again, all the squat progressions are the same. You can have a chair behind you. You can have some hand support as well. For our seated athletes, narrow push-ups or diamond push-ups are also narrow push-ups. So from the front view, I'm on my hands and knees. I have my hands together, forming a diamond. So my index fingers are touching and my thumbs are touching. And from here, I'm going to lower down and back up. Lower down and back up. Go as far as you feel comfortable with it. If you can go all the way down, that's great. If it doesn't feel good to go all the way down, that's fine too. So for those of us who need maybe a little bit more support in the hips, again, you can use that bolster. All right, and then for those of us who are still in the chair, you take that same diamond shape in your hands, find that appropriate distance where you're challenged a little bit, lower down, and back up. For those of you doing this in the chair, it might feel like you bring your forehead to your hand, and that's okay. All right, good. Any questions on the narrow squats or the diamond push-ups? Good? All right, let's keep going.
For the squats, does it matter how far we go down?
You go as far down as you can. If it doesn't feel good to go down low, don't go down low. But if you can get low, because I want you to challenge the largest range of motion that you have available to you.
All right, thank you.
All right, good. Let's keep moving. Next is going to be the front plank, a very simple one. So for those of us that are on the ground, and get onto your hands and knees, maybe go into the full plank with your toes on the ground, knees are off. We're gonna hold it here for a minute. And then if that's too hard for you, what you can do, drop your knees down, hold in that position. If you need some more help, you can take a bolster. Again, lots of bolster options here. Putting it underneath your torso, your pelvis, your thighs. The lower down it is, the harder. The higher up it is, the easier. Similarly, if getting down to the ground doesn't work well for you, we can do planks against an elevated surface. So it doesn't have to be a high elevated surface. It could be a low coffee table if you need something that's just a little bit off the ground, but you still want to get yourself challenged. For our seated athletes in the chair, again, you're reaching up and trying to hold yourself in this position. So lots of planking if you're still doing this in the chair. Working on holding yourself. And the key thing is you're doing this engaged, not letting yourself be lazy and hang up by your ligaments. Make sure that your shoulders, the muscles around your shoulders are very well engaged, and that's what's holding you up. And breathe, that's very important. Don't hold your breath on this. All right. Good. How are we on the front planks? Good, straightforward. Last exercise on the docket is the bridge or the elbow ups for our seated athletes. So, in the bridge, you'll lie down on your back on the floor, feet on the ground, and from here, we're going to lift your hips off the ground. Hold for a 2 count, 1, 2, and then back down. All right, going for repetitions. If this is too easy, you can go single leg, alternating the sides. Make sure you still get maximum height of your hips. Don't short your reps here. I want you to go on full range of motion that you have available to you. And if that's still too easy, you can always throw a backpack full of heavy things on your hips and work the bridges this way. All right. For our seated athletes, we're going to be working some elbow ups. All right. So from here, you're going to be lying flat with your legs straight. And then you're going to push your elbows into the ground, squeezing your shoulder blades together while you lift your head, shoulders, and torso off the floor. Hold 1, 2, and back down. Key thing here is to avoid poking your head forward. I call it turtlenecking. Keep your head pulled back the entire time. So, at the bottom here, remember what it feels like to have your head touch the ground and its orientation to the rest of your body. And try to maintain that as you lift the rest of your torso off the floor. Hold 1, 2, and back down. If you need a little bit more challenge, you can then add a reach at the top, and back down, and up onto reach at the top. And the next level challenge is going to be a pure single arm elbow up. So starting with one arm on the ground, one arm elevated, reach up, and back down, alternating the arms. And then for those of us who are still in the chair, what you're going to do is scoot forward in your chair, and then slouch back. You're going to take your hands, put them right by your hips. Elbows will start flaring out wide. And from here, you're going to rotate your elbows towards your midline, puffing your chest out to elevate yourself off your backrest, and then lower back down. Hold 1, 2 at the top, and then back down. So that's the elbow up and the bridge. All right. Any questions on the bridges or elbow ups? Good? We ready to rock and roll and get started with this workout? Let's do it. All right. So let's get in position for those sumo squats or wide push-ups. Grab your weights, get in position, and let's get to it. Let me grab my stopwatch. And let's set this to stopwatch. All right. And let's get started. Sumo squats or wide push-ups. Getting started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. We're in that wide stance in the sumo squat. Get down as low as you can, and then stand back up. There we go. Maybe adding some hand support if you need. to get depth. Keep your chest up. For those of us doing the wide push-ups, on the ground, your palms are right underneath your elbows. As you press up, make sure you keep rotating your elbows towards your midline the entire time. That helps to optimize the pressing mechanics through your shoulder. Keep it going. Whatever version you're working on that works for you, I want you working that. Challenge yourself, keep breathing, keep that chest wide. Working it. Keep it going. 10 seconds here. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Rotation planks. All right, again, we can do these in standing against the table, making sure you stay engaged through the stance arm, rotating, alternating each side. Keep that core tight. Avoid popping your hips up or letting them sag down. You're in the chairs. For this workout, hinging forward at the edge of your balance. Rotate each way. Engage through your stance arm. Keep it going. Keep alternating sides. Keep breathing. If we're on the ground, maybe we're doing the full plank version, rotating side to side. Maybe our knees are on the ground, rotating side to side. Maybe we're doing this with our hips on the ground, pressing up through our shoulders, rotating side to side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Transition to narrow squats or diamond push-ups. So for those of us doing diamond push-ups, put your hands right underneath your chest, thumbs and index fingers are touching each other, and push yourself up. Keep rotating your elbows towards your midline. So like you're trying to bring them underneath you as you press. Keep it going, working those narrow squats, get your knees together, squat down as low as you can, and then stand on up. Keep it going. How low can you go while keeping your chest up? Try to avoid letting yourself just collapse into a ball. Keep your chest up as if you're watching TV in front of you. You should still be able to see what's in front. Keep going, keep moving. Using weight or not. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Transition to the front plank. Again, we can do this in standing, keeping the shoulders engaged, keeping the hips neutral, avoid popping them up or letting them sag down. You can do this in seated, scoot as far forward as you can, engage through your shoulders to keep yourself upright. And breathe here. Think about taking nice big inhales. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Follow a steady breath here. Keep going. Keep breathing. Working whatever variations you need here. If you have the full plank, knee planks, or a bolster underneath you. Work on holding that position. Breathing. Try to be as calm as possible. I know easy said, not hard to do. Keep it going. 3, 2, 1. Done. Transition over to the bridge or the elbow up. All right, and let's get in position. And once you're in position, let it rip. If you're doing the bridge, get your hips up off the ground and then lower back down. Get maximum height. If you're doing these double leg or single leg, make sure if you're doing them single leg, you're alternating elbow ups. You're pushing into the ground, lifting up, hold 1, 2, and back down. Up, hold 1, 2, and back down. Keeping your chin pulled back, don't let it pop forward. If you're doing a single arm reach, maybe you're going up on 2, reach was 1, back down, and alternating the reach arm. Or doing straight single arm the entire time, alternating the sides. Keep it going. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Take a rest break for 1 minute here. All right. Good work, you guys. All right. How are you guys feeling? Good. All right. How is that first round? Does anyone need any more time on transitions?
The last one is kind of fast.
Last one's kind of fast. All right.
Yeah.
Give you a smidge more time to get in place. All right.
I have my hands a little bit apart because otherwise it's not doable.
The diamond push-ups.
Yeah, is that okay, or is that
As narrow as possible?
okay?
Yeah. Good. 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 People feeling good. Excellent. All right. So, how much time we have left on this break? You have 8 seconds left on this break. Get a quick swig. Get in position. We're gonna do some squats or push-ups. Get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Working those wide base squats, the sumo squats, or the wide push-ups. Taking a wide stance, lowering down, and back up. The wider, the better in this case. That's the emphasis here today. Emphasis is important. Keep going. Keep breathing. We're working on training different positions that you might find yourself in. Keep it going. Keep breathing. Keep your chest wide as best as you can. Try to avoid collapsing in your chest. Keep it going. Keep breathing. That's it, you guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Transition to those rotation planks. Get in position. And let's move. Once you're in it, let it rip. Keep your hips down though. Try to avoid popping your hips up or letting them sag down excessively. Make sure that you are in control the entire time we're working out. Good. Maintain steadiness in your breath. Keep it going. Keep breathing. Keep it going. Oh, I'm running out of catchphrases. All right, keep moving. All right, let's go. Keep breathing. There's less than 15 seconds left. 10 seconds. Keep it moving. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Transition to those narrow squats or the diamond push-ups. Once you're in position, let it rip. Let's go. Working those narrow push-ups or diamond push-ups. Working those narrow squats. Keep your chest up the entire time when you're doing the squats. Avoid curling up into a ball. Work good posture. If you're using some load, use some load. Get down low. Keep it going. Keep breathing. Steady rhythm. Good. 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Transition to the front plank. And this can be done against a stable surface. That's elevated. This can be done on the ground. Make sure that you maintain a steadiness in your breath. Stay engaged through your shoulders. Don't let them sag here. Keep pushing against the floor, against the surface that you're using. 30 seconds in. Keep breathing. Keep working. 20 seconds. Let's go. There we go. 10 seconds left. Keep it going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Transition to bridges or elbow ups. Get yourself in position. And then once you're ready, let it rip. Let's go. Get that elevation of your hips or the elevation of your torso. Make sure you get a nice 2 count at the top. Hold 1, 2. And then back down. Work on controlling that motion the entire time. Bridges or elbow ups. You can work the double leg, double arm variations or the single arm alternating versions. Keep it going, keep breathing. That's it, you guys. 10 seconds left. You guys are doing great. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. All right. Solid work.
Turn on bedroom.
All right. Whew. End of round 2. Who's getting sweaty? I am. All righty. So take your time to catch your breath. Slow things down a little bit. You might start feeling a little bit hot from all the movement. So find a fan, find some water, cool off for just a few more seconds here. We're getting 1-minute breaks in between the circuits. All right, slow things down a bit before we ramp it right back up. Okay, 15 seconds left on this break. So get your last swig of water, take a few more nice deep breaths, and then let's get in position for your sumo squats or wide push-ups. Get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, work those sumo squats, work those wide push-ups. Make sure that you're moving well. That is always priority number 1. If you're doing those wide push-ups, make sure that you're constantly trying to rotate your elbows towards your midline. Then squeeze through your pecs, your chest muscles. You're doing those sumo squats. Take that wide stance, feet might point outwards. Keep the chest up, lower down. You might feel a stretch in your hips. I know I do. Keep going. Keep breathing. Almost there. 10 seconds left. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Transition over to your rotation planks. Again, whatever variations are working for you. If you're elevated against something, just make sure you stay engaged through that stance arm. Avoid slouching or hanging off your shoulder ligaments. Make sure your shoulder muscles are doing the work. Those are key stabilizers that'll keep your shoulder happy and healthy and make you super sweaty for this workout. Keep working side to side. Keep that steady breath. If you're propped up on your hips, make sure that you're as stable as possible. Keep it going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Transition to diamond push-ups, narrow squats, and go. Working whatever variation you have accessible to you. That's on hands and knees, maybe even a full diamond push-up. That's awesome. If not, do you. Do what challenges you the most. Working those narrow space squats. For standing athletes, keep your chest up, keep your chest wide, avoid slouching down, avoid bending in your spine, get as low as you can go. Sometimes it helps to have a chair put behind you as a cue for how low you can go. And then maybe go a little bit lower. Keep going, 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Transition to your front plank. Again, using whatever you need. If you have a bolster underneath you, make sure you're still strongly engaging through your stance arms. Breathing. Really emphasize that breath. That's important here. All right, if you're not using a bolster, that's fine too. Working whatever plank variations work for you. Whether it be the full plank, knee plank, supported plank, keep going though. Make sure you maintain that steadiness in your breath. Good, 15 seconds left. Stick with it, you guys. Keep your hips in a neutral position. Avoid popping them up or letting them sag down. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Transition to the bridge or the elbow up. All right. And once you get into position, let's go. Work those bridges. Get those hips up off the ground. Get the glute squeeze. Maybe working single leg versions. Alternating single leg. If you're doing that for the bridge, you're doing the elbow ups. Push it through both elbows. Lift up. Hold 1, 2. And then back down. And then maybe even alternate a reach with this elbow up. Double elbow up. One arm reaching to the sky. Or straight single elbow up. Pushing yourself up. Keep it going. Keep alternating. If you're doing the single leg or single arm versions here. Less than 10 seconds left. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Take another rest break. We're past the halfway marker here. Good job, you guys. Get another little swig of water. Slow down your breathing. Whew. Who's feeling good right now? Who's feeling tired right now? All right. Who's ready for 2 more rounds? Yeah, there we go. So we have 2 more rounds left. Make sure that you are paying attention to how your body's feeling. If you're feeling a little bit too tired, maybe something doesn't feel quite right, slow yourself down. Make sure you're moving really well. Priority number 1. And then move a lot once you're moving well. So you need to take a regression. That's totally fine. Make sure you just maintain control. We got 5 seconds here left of this break. So let's get in position. Grab your weights. Let's get ready for those wide base push-ups or those sumo squats. Get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Let's go. Let's move. Challenge yourselves. If you got more fuel in the tank, use it. Working those sumo squats. Working those wide base push-ups. Let's move. But like I said, if you're starting to peter out with your energy, things don't feel quite right, you can stop and pause for a little bit, shake things out, and then once you feel good, get back into it. I want you moving at your pace. This class is you versus you. Keep going. Keep breathing. Keep up that steady work. You guys are doing great. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Transition to the rotation planks. All right. Coming down to the ground if you were in standing. And once you're in position, get to it. Rotate side to side. Stay engaged to that stance arm. That part's really important still. Always will be. Keep going. Keep moving. Keep your hips in that neutral position. Don't pop them up. Don't let them sag down. Keep them in the middle. If you're not sure if your hips are still in the middle, you can exaggerate a little bit to figure that out. Purposely pop your hips up and purposely sag them down and figure out where that middle ground is. And that's where you want to be living while you perform planks. Keep going. Less than 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Transition to your narrow plank, or narrow squat and narrow push-ups. I can't talk anymore. Just move. Working those narrow squats. Using a chair behind you or not. Using a weight or not. Using some hand support or not. Working those diamond push-ups, narrow base push-ups. Keep working on rotating your elbows underneath your torso as best as you can. That's going to create a much more stable push, stronger shoulders for us seated athletes doing the presses. Keep it going. Keep moving. 15 seconds left. Keep it up, you guys. You're doing great. Get low. Keep your chest up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Transition to the front plank. All right. Working it elevated or on the ground. And breathe. Whatever version is still working for you. Whether that be the full plank, knee plank, or supported with a bolster, or leaning against the table. All options are fair game. Like I said, do the progression that fits you best. Keep breathing. We got 30 seconds left. Keep it up. If you feel like you have to drop down and rest for a little bit, that's okay. Rest, shake it out, breathe, and then get right back into it. Keep breathing. Breath is everything. If you can't breathe in position, you won't survive there. Keep going. 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Last one of this round, bridge or elbow ups. Rotating over. All right, and then get right into it. Whether that be with your elbow ups, up, hold 1, 2, or your bridge, up, hold 1, 2. Maybe you're still doing some advanced ones, reaching up, alternating your arms or alternating your legs for the elbow ups or the bridges, respectively. Oh my God, I did a lunge workout yesterday. My glutes are so sore right now. Oh Lordy. Ooh. Keep going, keep breathing. Hold 1, 2, and then back down. Up, hold 1, 2, and then back down. Keep up a steady breath. We're almost there. 10 seconds left. Keep going. Get a few more reps in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. We got one more rest break here for 1 minute. All right. You guys are doing great. We got one more round. Yeah, kick butt. Chew bubble gum if you have it. Just don't choke on it. All right, so people feeling good? Does anyone need to take a round 5 off, or are you ready to rock and roll? I hear some like hesitant laughs and like yeah, round 5. Let's do it. So we got 20 seconds left here, and like I said before round 4, go at your pace, but challenge yourself. Find that balance. Let's get started in 10 seconds here. Grab your weights, get ready, and we'll get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Work those wide base push-ups. Work those sumo squats. Get low, get wide. Keep your chest open. Spine neutral. Let's move. Keep breathing. You have that steady work rate. Make sure if you're doing those squats, your spine stays in neutral. If you're doing those push-ups, you're constantly rotating your elbows underneath you. Get that squeeze in your pecs if you're doing push-ups. Keep it moving. We've got 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Transition to the rotation plank. Again, you can take whatever progression, regression fits you best. If you need to elevate yourself to the rotation plank, that's fine. If you're going from a full rotation plank to a kneeling rotation plank, that's fine. Just make sure that you move well, you're under control, You're still breathing. Avoid smacking your arm down to the ground. Put it down as softly as possible. Work that control. Notice if you're wobbling a lot side to side, or if you're keeping things pretty stable and steady. We want stable and steady. Keep it moving. Keep breathing. Keep it up. 15 seconds left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Transition to your narrow push-ups or your narrow squats. You're doing those narrow squats, keep the knees together or as close as they're going to get, and then squat down, and then up. Squat down, and then up. Keep going, keep breathing. Let's go. If you're working those narrow push-ups, try to form that diamond or get close to it. Your index fingers touch each other and your thumbs touch each other. Form that diamond with your hands. Oh, that's and then keep going. And push. Try to keep your elbows rotating underneath you. Kind of like you're trying to press your thumbs together as you push up. Keep going, keep moving, whatever version of the push-up or the squat works best for you. Keep going. 10 seconds left. Less than 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Front planks. Let's go. Get in position, and once you're there, hold that plank. Work on a steady breath. You're holding the plank, but not your breath. Keep breathing. Let's go. Keep engaged through your shoulders as best as you can. Again, avoid popping your hips up or letting them sag down. You can use that technique of exaggerating popping your hips up and then letting them sag, and then find that middle point to make sure that you stay in that middle position. Keep breathing. 20 seconds left. Stay engaged through your shoulders. Good. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Last exercise for this workout. We're doing bridges and elbow ups. Let's move. And once you're in position, let it rip. Let's go. Bridges. Picking your hips up off the ground. Hold at the top for a 2 count. 1, 2. Maybe doing some alternating single leg bridges. Elbow up. Pushing your elbows into the ground to lift your head and torso off the ground. Hold 1, 2. Back down. Maybe doing some alternating single arm elbow ups. If you still got that power left in your keep going though. Keep moving. Get those 2-second holds at the top. Don't short your motion here. Get to a full range. Pushing up, hold 1, 2, and then back down. Let's go. Less than 10 seconds left. Get a few more reps in. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Woo. Solid workout, you guys. All right. I see people getting up from the ground. Who had a good workout today? Yeah. All right.
I really hate planks, though. I really hate those planks. I hate planks.
Yeah, for those of you doing the seated variations, everything was planking. So you did a lot of planking. Good. Does anyone have any questions on the workout that we did? All right. All right. I see it. 412 cows burnt on this workout. Awesome work. That's a full meal right there. Yeah. All right. So you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys Wednesday. I'll be shooting you guys an email with a survey sometime in the near future so that I can share what we've been doing with the rest of the PT profession around the country. All right. You take care, you guys.
Saturday. I'll talk to you Saturday.
Bye.
All right, good. Thanks, Brent.
Bye. Good work.
Bye.
Bye.
Ooh.